I'm 73 years old. And for most of my life, I believed I understood what love was. I believed love was commitment, stability, doing the right things and avoiding the wrong ones. I believed if you stayed, if you provided, if you didn't betray anyone, then you were doing enough. I was wrong. My wife and I were married for 41 years. That's longer than some of you watching this have been alive. And for most of that time, I thought we had a good marriage. Not perfect, but solid. The kind of marriage people admire from the outside. We didn't fight much. We were dependable. We built a life together. And that's exactly why I didn't notice what was disappearing, because nothing broke. It just faded. That's the part no one warns you about. You can live with someone for decades and still slowly lose them without a single dramatic moment. It happens quietly. So quietly that you mistake it for normal. One conversation you don't finish, one walk you postpone, one evening you say, "Not tonight, I'm tired." You tell yourself you'll do it later. Later feels harmless. Later feels responsible. Later feels like something you can always come back to. Until one day, later is gone. My wife used to suggest small things. Let's take a class together. Let's go dancing again. Let's sit and talk like we used to. Nothing extravagant, nothing unreasonable. And every time I had a reason. I was busy. I was tired. It didn't feel important. I wasn't trying to hurt her. I just thought we had time. I thought love was built on the big things. Being faithful. Paying the bills. Showing up when there was a crisis. And yes, those things matter. But they are not what keeps two people close. Love isn't built in emergencies. It's built in ordinary moments. The conversations over breakfast. The walks that don't lead anywhere. The way you listen when your partner talks about their day, not waiting for your turn to speak. Actually listening. I stopped doing those things. Not all at once. Gradually. So gradually that I didn't even notice. One missed conversation became another. One postponed evening became a habit. One "we'll do it later" became never. And my wife adapted. She stopped asking me to dance, stopped suggesting classes, stopped trying to start deep conversations. She found her own friends, her own routines, her own world. We became polite, considerate, and deeply alone. We slept in the same bed every night, but emotionally, we were miles apart. I told myself this was normal, that this is what long marriages look like, that passion fades, that routine replaces excitement, that comfort is the reward for commitment. But comfort is dangerous. Comfort convinces you that effort is optional. Comfort tells you that the relationship can run on autopilot. It can't. When my wife got sick, everything changed. Suddenly, time wasn't something we had plenty of. Suddenly, all those things I thought we'd do someday had a deadline. In those final months, we talked more honestly than we had in 20 years. She told me things I never knew. Dreams she'd quietly let go of. Moments when she felt invisible. Times she felt like she was reaching for me and couldn't get through. And then she said something I think about every single day. She said we spent too much time being right instead of being close. At first, I didn't understand. I felt defensive. We had a good marriage, didn't we? We didn't fight. We didn't betray each other. But that was the problem. We were careful. We were polite. We were distant. One night, a few weeks before she died, she told me about a trip she'd always wanted to take, to Scotland. Her grandmother was from there. She'd dreamed of seeing the Highlands, walking through the villages, understanding where she came from. She'd mentioned it to me over the years, more than once, and every time I dismissed it. Too expensive. Not a good time. Maybe when we retire. We never went, and now we never would. She wasn't angry when she told me. That's what made it worse. She was calm, resigned, like she'd accepted long ago that I wasn't going to choose her dreams. I asked her why she never pushed harder, why she didn't insist, and she said something that broke me. She said, "I didn't want to make you do something you didn't want to do. I wanted you to want to do it with me." That sentence changed how I see everything, because she was right. She didn't want obligation. She wanted enthusiasm. She wanted to feel chosen, and I couldn't give her that. Here's what I've learned. The greatest threat to a relationship isn't cheating. It isn't fighting. It isn't some dramatic betrayal. It's indifference. It's taking each other for granted. It's assuming there will always be more time.